Welcome to the Hub. Now, my question is, are you allowing anxiety to ruin your life? Now, there's a book called, The Anxious Generation, that literally we are raising children that are anxious. But I'm going to tell you right now, as adults, I come across more and more anxious people. And why is that? I really think is we live in the over-analysis paralysis environment. Case in point, I was talking to one of my VIP clients today, and she was saying, she had this fabulous, amazing sensual date this weekend that ended at 3 a.m. and she just had the time of her life. It's like it was a new awakening, and she found herself thinking, how can I mess this up? Will I mess this up? I hope I don't mess this up. And this is not the first person that I've heard say this, right? Time and time again, I speak to women that are overly concerned if they're going to mess something up. I'm going to tell you right now, sis, the anxiety that those thoughts cause are not serving you. They're not serving you. So what could you do instead? You could start to think about, well, I got to work on me. I got to get in the right environment to make sure that I don't self-sabotage. But at the end of the day, I need to be my authentic self. And if that person goes missing when I'm my authentic self, then maybe, just maybe, that person isn't for me. I'm going to tell you, we have Wanted Woman Live coming up. Maybe 3 VIP spots left. It's coming up in less than a month. Really super excited. Majority of women are flying in from all over the country to come down here to South Florida. So it's super exciting for me. And yes, it can be anxiety producing because, it's like that whole notion of if you build it, will they come? And they're coming. So then there's I want to make it the best experience they've ever had. But I know for a fact that I know my heart and I know what I'm putting into it. And there has to come a point where I'm releasing it. So September 16th will be the last day that I'll be selling tickets to this event so that I could just focus in on the experience. What's currently causing you anxiety? And where is the point that you are going to say, and so it is? I'm going to let God handle this. Okay, I'm a mom, right? Surgeon General was recently talking about the stress that parents go through. Let me tell you, I did a Facebook Live interview today, and during the Facebook Live interview, I was making a sign for my daughter for tomorrow because she's running at school. I'm like, you know what? This is going to be the sign. This is going to be the one sign that I make, and it's going to serve her till she's in college. Okay, we going, don't forget the sign. That is the sign. That's the sign we going to have. If you're looking for a sign, that's the sign, right? And I just found myself saying, why am I doing all of this? Even right now, I'm waiting for her to come out so that I can make sure to study with her, to make sure to feed her before I hand her off to her daddy, before I go to a networking event, before I come back home and do a presentation. That's a lot. So there are times where I look at my calendar and I'm like, do I really need to do all this? And sometimes I'm like, I can make it happen. It can work. But tomorrow, guess what I have tomorrow evening? Nothing. So there still has to be some kind of balance to the madness so that I can lower my cortisol and be able to replenish and just breathe. What are you doing in your day-to-day life to be able to just breathe? I know you have things that feel that they might be piling on top of you, but just breathe. Anxiety is not helping you. Now, according to the movie Inside Out, it'll help you think through scenarios, but after a while, those scenarios can get a little bit toxic. So I want you to start to think about, what are the scenarios that I'm playing out in my mind when it comes to love? And if they're not serving me, maybe it's time to change the channel. And what does that look like? A channel of joy, peace, and happiness, choosing the right people to spend time with, being in the right community, attending the right events, reading the right stuff, and praying to the right God. Hallelujah. Okay, so I'm praying today that you find your peace in this world that is super anxious with all of the things happening in terms of politics. And as you tune in on Tuesday to the presidential debate, I just ask you, does it bring you anxiety or does it bring you peace? Look at it through that lens. All right, sis? I'll talk to you soon. Keep loving, keep laughing, keep living. Find out about Wanted Woman Live by going to wantedwomanlive.com, okay? And you can use the discount code ACTION to save $250. Can't say I never gave you anything. Bye, y'all.